Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Mama June gives surprise advice to Todd and Julie Chrisley. Mama June Shannon has given surprising advice to Todd and Julie Chrisley. June is no stranger to jail and doing illegal things. However, she shockingly had some advice for the recently pardoned couple. She has been vocal about their pardon, and fans are not too sure how she feels about it. However, she had a lot to say to them. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Todd and Julie Chrisley back home with family. Todd and Julie Chrisley were in federal prison for 2.5 years. However, last week, Donald Trump personally called Savannah and Grayson Chrisley to let them know that he was going to be pardoning their parents. The next day, Savannah picked up Todd from his prison in Pensacola, while Grayson picked up Julie from her prison in Kentucky. The two are now home with each other and their children. This is the best thing that has happened to their family in a while. Mama June knows a little about this. She was arrested for having illegal drugs on her. She also struggled with addiction and had her youngest child taken away from her. So she is no stranger to this life. Mama June Shannon gives them surprising advice. Mama June Shannon has given Todd and Julie Chrisley some surprising advice. It is up to the Chrisleys if they want to take Mama June's advice or not. However, she just wanted them to know that if they get in trouble again, they will not have small consequences. It seems as though Mama June wants Todd and Julie to remember that next time, they cannot get off this easily. However, they are still denying doing anything wrong in the first place. If they did do it, they definitely will not be doing it again. Mama June wants them to think about their actions and learn from them as she has done before. In an unexpected twist no one saw coming, reality TV's original Southern Wildfire, Mama June Shannon has stepped into the headlines with a bold message for Chrisley Knows Best stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. And it's not what you'd expect. Known for her chaotic charm, infamous catchphrases, and turbulent family life, Mama June isn't typically the first name that comes to mind when thinking of inspirational jailhouse counsel. But after experiencing her own well-documented rise, fall, and wobbly climb back into the spotlight, she's apparently found a new calling, dishing out real talk. And this time, she's aiming her advice straight at the Chrisleys. Y'all need to listen, because I've lived it. Speaking from her Georgia home during a recent live stream with her followers, Mama June didn't mince words. Look, I may not have worn no orange jumpsuit like they got on, but I've had my own prison. Addiction, bad choices, men I shouldn't have been with, money that vanished faster than sugar at a bake sale. She began, twirling a strand of platinum blonde hair around her finger. So when I see Todd and Julie sitting in that mess they're in, I don't judge. But I do want to tell him, don't waste the lesson. Her tone grew more serious. You don't go through all this for nothing. If you come out of prison the same person you went in as, what was the point? Fame is a drug, too, boo-boo. Mama June, who rose to fame with Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and later headlined her own show chronicling her battle with addiction, made it clear she sees parallels between her struggles and the Chrisleys' fall from grace. Fame is a drug too. It's addictive. It makes you think you're invincible, like rules don't apply to you. I thought that way when I was out there wildin', she admitted. And I see that same kind of pride in Todd. He wanted to keep up this image, always perfect, always polished. But life don't care about your image when the IRS comes knockin'. June raised her eyebrows and leaned in toward the camera like she was telling a juicy secret. Trust me, y'all. The government always wins. Use this time to get real. Then came the heart of her message, what June called her prison playbook. This could be the best thing that ever happened to y'all if you let it, she said, speaking directly to Todd and Julie. Use this time to strip it all down. Forget the Gucci and the cameras and the fake smiles. Ask yourselves, who are we when nobody's watching? If you don't like the answer, change it. She even offered up a few of her own hard-won strategies. I started journaling every day. I made peace with folks I hurt. And honey, I finally looked in the mirror and said, "You did this. Now fix it." That's where the healing starts. In the mirror, not on TV. Talk to your kids, really talk. Mama June then shifted her advice towards something raw and emotional. The Chrisley's children. "You got kids out here hurtin'. Savannah's trying to raise her brother and sister and be a grown woman before her time. That girl is strong, but she ain't made of steel. Todd, Julie, don't let her carry all that alone." She went on to recall her own strained relationship with her daughters, especially Alana, Honey Boo Boo Thompson. "I almost lost Alana. There was a time she didn't want nothing to do with me. And let me tell you, losing your kids while you're still alive is the worst kind of pain. So if y'all get the chance, write letters, make calls, say the stuff that matters." Her voice cracked slightly. "Tell them you're proud of them. Say sorry if you messed up. They need to hear that more than they need money or new shoes. Don't let pride be your cellmate." At one point, June clapped her hands together for emphasis, as if she were preaching. "I see folks walk into prison thinking they're above it, that it's temporary and they'll come out swinging. But the ones who get through it best, they humble themselves. They admit they ain't perfect. They stop trying to win and start trying to learn." June's message wasn't full of judgment. It was rooted in experience. She owned her past and used it as a bridge. People love to throw stones when you're down, but redemption's real if you want it. I'm proof of that. I may still be messy, but I'm better than I was. That's all anybody can ask for. You can still write a new ending. In perhaps the most poignant part of her monologue, June looked directly into the camera and got quiet. "Todd, Julie, y'all might feel like the world moved on without you. But let me tell you something, your story ain't over. You got a whole chapter still to write." She smiled. And maybe, just maybe, the next chapter ain't about private jets or fake smiles. It's about grace, second chances, and getting real. Reality TV royalty to redemption coach. Mama June's advice surprised many fans. Some rolled their eyes, but others applauded her for turning her own pain into purpose. On social media, reactions poured in. Who knew Mama June would be the voice of reason in this mess? Honestly, that was deep. She's been through it. Maybe the Chrisleys should listen. Imagine Mama June starting a podcast for reality stars in crisis. I'd listen every week. And maybe that's exactly where Mama June shines brightest. Not as the picture of perfection, but as a woman who survived the storm and isn't afraid to hand you an umbrella. Whether Todd and Julie take her advice to heart remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Mama June isn't just surviving, she's teaching. And in the unpredictable world of reality TV, that might be the most surprising twist of all.